फ्रेंड्स, सुप्रीम कोर्ट्स न्यू केस कैटेगराइजेशन। तो रिसेंटली सुप्रीम कोर्ट ने नया कैटेगराइजेशन किया है। इसके पहले जब मैं आपको थोड़ा सा हिस्ट्री देना चाहता हूं कि बिफोर 93 सुप्रीम कोर्ट के 18 ब्रॉड कैटेगरीज थे और 93 के पहले 18 ब्रॉड कैटेगरीज में काफी सब कैटेगरीज थे। लेकिन इन 1997 दे हैव मेक अ extensive search and they have categorized in 45 categories. ओके और 45 मेन कैटेगरीज में 307 उसके सब कैटेगरीज थे। यानी कि इतने मैटर सुप्रीम कोर्ट हैंडल करता है। ये देखने का मैं आपको डिटेल में बताने वाला हूं, कौन से मैटर सुप्रीम कोर्ट में कौन से कोर्ट के अंडर फाइल होते हैं वगैरह सब बताऊंगा। इससे आपको पता चलेगा कि हमारे 34 जजेस के ऊपर कितना जबरदस्त हिंदुस्तान का लोड है लिटिगेशन का। ओके, तो ये भी है। और जो सुप्रीम कोर्ट में प्रैक्टिस करते हैं, दोज हु आर AOR, दोज हु आर द AOR aspirant, those who are the aspirant of future Supreme Court judges also. Okay, so they comes to know in which category Supreme Court are working and how hard work we have to take while we are practicing in Supreme Court of India. तो ये सब मेरा मकसद है इसका। तो अभी 30 साल के बाद लगभग 2025 में ये कैटेगराइजेशन वापस हुआ है और अभी 48 कैटेगराइजेशन में सब कैटेगरी 307 से लेके कम करके 389 190 189 पे ये कैटेगरीज लाई है और बहुत सही ढंग से इसको किया है। और एक्स CJI डॉक्टर DY चंद्रचूड़ के समय में ये 12 जनवरी 2023 को एक कमेटी गठन किया अंडर द चेयरमैनशिप ऑफ जस्टिस PS नरसिम्हा। उनके चेयरमैनशिप के अंडर एक समिति गठन हुआ, उनका सब रिसर्च होके ये कैटेगराइजेशन आया है। एंड दिस कैटेगराइजेशन इज इफेक्टिव फ्रॉम 21 अप्रैल 2025। और मैं आज ये जो वीडियो शूट कर रहा हूँ ये 23 अप्रैल 2025 को शूट कर रहा हूँ। यानी कि कैटेगराइजेशन इंप्लीमेंट हो गया है, उसके 2 दिन के बाद मैं ये शूट कर रहा हूँ। और ये 30 साल के बाद लगभग ये कैटेगराइजेशन आमूलाग्र चेंज हुआ है। बीच में लगभग 1999 में थोड़ा चेंज हुआ, मॉडिफिकेशन हुआ, 2002 में हुआ, 2005 में हुआ, 2007 में हुआ, 2016 में हुआ, 2010 में हुआ, 2014 2015 में भी चेंजेस हुए। और अभी मेजर चेंजेस जो है ये खास कैटेगराइजेशन चेंज हुआ ये 2025 में। ओके, चलो मैं अभिनंदन करता हूं डॉक्टर DY चंद्रचूड़ जी का और PS नरसिम्हा जो चेयरमैन थे, जस्टिस PS नरसिम्हा जो चेयरमैन थे, उनका भी अभिनंदन करता हूं, उनकी कमेटी का भी अभिनंदन करता हूं कि बहुत सही ढंग से इसको उन्होंने ये क्रिएट किया है। तो चलो एक 1 by 1 हम लेते हैं। तो नंबर 1 कैटेगरी जो है ये एडमिरलिटी, मरीन टाइम लॉज, पोर्ट्स एंड शिपिंग के ऊपर है। इसमें 2 कैटेगरीज हैं, 0101 एडमिरल्टी, मरीन टाइम लॉ, पोर्ट्स एंड शिपिंग। और इसका रिलेटेड 01P में PIL रिलेटेड टू दिस सब्जेक्ट। देन 02 कैटेगरी है, 02 कैटेगरी इज रिलेटेड टू अपॉइंटमेंट ऑफ कॉन्स्टिट्यूशनल फंक्शनरीज। इसमें 3 कैटेगरीज हैं, 0201 अपॉइंटमेंट ऑफ हाई कोर्ट जजेस, 0202 appointment of governors, lieutenant governors, appointment of ministers, appointment of attorney general, advocate general, chief election commissioner, chairman and member of union public service commission and state public service commissions and other constitutional functionaries. And 02P PIL related to the subject category of this 02, that means appointment of constitutional functionaries. तो हर एक कैटेगरी में जो लास्ट में जो PIL दिया है वो कैटेगरी का PIL है, पब्लिक इंटरेस्ट लिटिगेशन, जो अंडर आर्टिकल 32 में कवर होता है सुप्रीम कोर्ट में। और अंडर आर्टिकल 226 और 227 2 आर्टिकल में ये कवर होता है हाई कोर्ट में भी। अभी हम सुप्रीम कोर्ट की कैटेगरी देख रहे हैं, सुप्रीम कोर्ट कितना डाइवर्सिफाइड प्रैक्टिस करना पड़ता है, और ये पूरा की पूरा लोड जो है प्रैक्टिस का, लिटिगेशन का, ये 34 जजेस के ऊपर है, 13 बेंच में ही बैठते हैं, और इसमें से ही कॉन्स्टिट्यूशनल बेंच गठित होता है। बहुत हेवी वर्क करते हैं हमारे लोग जजेस। दे आर कमिंग टू सुप्रीम कोर्ट नियर अबाउट 9 AM, बिफोर 9 AM some judges are coming, and they are leaving Supreme Court after 9 PM. दिखने को दिखता है कि इनको समर हॉलीडेज है, ये है, समर हॉलीडेज में भी हमारे वेकेशन कोर्ट चालू रहता है, इनके डिक्टेशन, जजमेंट डिक्टेशन चालू रहता है दोस्तों। और वकील लोग भी बहुत बहुत मेहनत करते हैं यहाँ पे, 3-3, 4-4, 5-5 कोर्ट से मैटर सुप्रीम कोर्ट में आता है, तो 4-5 कोर्ट का पूरा की पूरा स्टडी करना, स्टडी करके फिर पिटिशन बनाना, फिर टीम वर्क ही होता है दोस्तों। चलो, I don't want to divert this lecture here and there, because for memorization process also this categorization is very important. Okay, so I will not give any other commentary now. I will just show you and read the categorization of 48 categorization. I already covered 2. Now third is arbitration law and other alternative dispute resolutions. Okay, under this category 7 categories are there. 0301 Section 11 petitions filed before the Supreme Court under Arbitration and Conciliation Act 1996. 0302 SLPs relating to appointment of arbitrator arising out of the applications under the Section 8, removal of arbitration, termination of mandate of arbitrator under Arbitration Act 1940 and Arbitration and Conciliation Act 1996. 0303 matters arising out of orders passed under the Section 9 and 17 of the Arbitration Act. 0304 challenge to arbitral award, matters relating to execution under Section 636, under the Section 34 / Section 37 of the 1996 Act, and challenges to arbitral award under 1940 Act. 0305 challenge to / enforcement of a foreign arbitral award. For foreign arbitral award information matters are in this category 0305. 0306 is related to matters arising out of other forms of alternative dispute resolution, conciliation, negotiation, lok adalat, and mediation Act. And 03P is related to PIL, related to subject of this category. Then 04 is related to, this category is related to armed forces and paramilitary forces. In this category, 3 subcategories are there. 0401 appeals under Section 30 and 31 of the Armed Forces Tribunal Act 2007. 0402 SLPs and writ petitions pertaining to armed forces and paramilitary forces, including recruitment, appointment, court-martial, disciplinary action, pension, emolument, salary, and other incidental matters. 04P PIL related to subject category. 05 category aviation laws and airports. In this category, subcategories are 2. 0501 aviation laws and airports, and 05P is PIL related to this subject category. Then 06 category related to banking. In this category, 4 categories are there. RBI Act and Banking Regulation Act 1949. This is a 0601. 0602 securitization and reconstruction of financial assets and enforcement of security interest act. Okay. 2002 debt recovery by bank, financial, institutional, cooperative bank, and negotiable instruments other than criminal prosecutions. 0603 mortgage, pledge, hypothecation, bank guarantee, money lending acts, etc. 06P is related to PIR related matter of this subject category. 07 category, main category is for bar council, bar associations, advocates, and other professional bodies. In this category, subcategories are 4. 0701 appeals to Supreme Court under Advocates Act 1961. 0702 enrollment, professional misconduct, disciplinary action against advocates, election to bar council, bar associations, advocate strike, etc. 0703 matters relating to other professional bodies, for instance, doctors, dentists, chartered accountant, architects, etc. And 07P is PIL related to this subject category. Now, category 8, 08, Benami Transaction Act. In this category, 2 subcategories are there. 0801 Benami Transaction Act, 08P PIL related to this subject. 09 category, civil laws. Under this category, 6 subcategories are there. 0901 SLPs arising out of interlocutory applications in civil proceedings, amendment of pleadings, time limits for pleadings, interim injunction, addition, deletion of parties, etc. 0902 execution of decrees, matter arising out of order 21 of the Code of Civil Procedure 1908. 0903 Partnership Act, the Sale of Goods Act 1930, Contract Act 1872. 0904 Transfer of Property Act 1882 and Specific Relief Act 1963. Matters arising out of suit for specific performance, declaration, injunction, possession, or cancellation of deeds and documents. Friends, there are so many videos of mine on my YouTube channel on different subject of Supreme Court. Okay, so for detail, you can watch that videos also. And if you like my endeavor, just like this channel, subscribe the channel, share these channels to others. Next subcategory of 09, 0905 is related to any matter arising out of civil suit proceedings which is not covered in any of the above categories. 09P is related to PIL related to this subject. Then category 10, company law, Sikh industries including disinvestment. In this main category, 2 subcategories are there. 1001 1001 company law, Sikh industries including disinvestment. So the number is not 1001, number is 1001. That means 10 is the category and 01 is the number of subcategory. So pronunciation is not correct 1001, but pronunciation is correct 1001 or 1001. And second subcategory 10P PIL related to this subject. Then category 11, compensation. So 1101 motor vehicle accident compensation. 1102 compensation due to railway accident incidents under the Railway Act. 1103 compensation not covered under the Motor Vehicle Act 1988 and Railways Act. 11P is related to PIL related to this subject category. Main category 12, competition laws, MRTP. There are 2 subcategories. 1201 competition laws, monopolies and restrictive trade practices act 1969. These matters we are in our country handled by the CCI, Competition Commission of India, and after CCI, appeal goes to NCALT, and after NCALT, appeal comes to our court, Supreme Court. I am this is my pride privilege. I am the panel lawyer of CCI for Supreme Court. 12B PIL related to main subject category, this subject category. Then category 13, consumer dispute and RERA. In this main category, 4 subcategories are there. 1301 appeals under section 23 of the Consumer Protection Act 1986 and or under section 67 of the Consumer Protection Act 2019. 1302 SLPs or writ petitions relating to consumer protection. 1303 SLPs writ petitions relating to the Real Estate Regulation and Development Act 2016. We called it in short RERA Act. Dispute between builders and buyers, allotment, cancellation, fixation of price of flats, plots, and return of deposits. And 13P is related to the PIL of this subject category. Then main subject category is 14, contempt of court. In this main category, 3 subcategories are there. 1401, civil contempt, including suo motu contempt petition, including appeals, SLPs arising out of civil contempt petitions before the High Court. And 1402, criminal contempt, including suo motu contempt petition, including appeals, SLP arising out of criminal contempt petitions before the High Courts. And 14P is related to PIL related to this particular subject category. Then main category 15 for criminal laws. Under this 15 category, there are 13 subcategories. 1501 offenses against women, including sexual offenses, harassment, domestic violence, dowry, trafficking, etc. 1502 offenses against children, including the Protection of Children from Sexual Offenses Act 2012. 1503 Prevention of Corruption Act 1988, Lokayukt Act of different states. 1504 Narcotic Drugs and Psychotropic Substances Act, okay, NDPS Act 1985. 1505 Drugs and Cosmetics Acts, Food Adulteration, Weights and Measures, Legal Metrology. Then 1506 Scheduled Caste and the Scheduled Tribes Prevention of Atrocity Act 1989, Protection of Civil Rights Act 1955. Then subcategory 1507 Prevention of Terrorism Act POTA and National Security Act NSA, Conservation of Foreign Exchange and Preservation of Prevention of not preservation, apology for wrong pronunciation because meaning is completely different. Prevention of Smuggling Activities Act, and then Unlawful Activities Prevention Act UAPA, then Terrorist and Disruptive Activities Prevention Act, that is called TADA. POTA, TADA, all are in this subcategories 1507. Then 1508 Negotiable Instrument Act 1981. Then 1509 Prevention of Money Laundering Act 2002. Then 1510 Juvenile Justice Care and Protection of Children Act. 1511 Criminal Matters Other Than Covered by the aforesaid categories. 1512 Criminal Writ Petition Not in the Nature of PIL. And 15P is related to PIL of this subject category. Then main category direct taxation, 16 direct taxation. 1601 Income Tax Act 1961, Wealth Tax Act 1957, Gift Tax Act 1958, Excess Profit Tax Act 1940, Business Profit Act 1947, other than matters covered by the categories 1602 to 1605. Then 1602 International Taxation Double Tax Avoidance Agreement DTA, transfer pricing, etc. Then 1603 Settlement Commission Voluntary Disclosure Schemes, black money, etc. 1604 Penalties, prosecution under Income Tax Act and other direct tax statutes. Then 1605 matters challenging validity of direct tax statutes, circulars, orders, notifications, rules, etc. 1606 others, and 16P is PIL related to this direct taxation category. Then category 17, educational institutions, admissions, management, grant, recognition. In this main category, 8 subcategories are there. 1701 school, whereas admissions, schools, whereas admissions, examinations, tuition fees, recognition, management, grant in aid, right to education act, etc. 1702 colleges, UG, PG, undergraduate, postgraduate, then admissions, examinations, tuition fees, affiliation, management, grant in aid. Then 1703 Central State Deemed Universities UCG Act regulations, including admission, examination, tuition fees, management, grant in aid. 1704 Medical, Dental, Ayush, Homeopathy, colleges, universities, admissions, examinations, fixation of fees, recognition, affiliation, management, grant in aid. 1705 Professional Educational Institutes, for example, that is engineering colleges, law colleges, admissions, examinations, fixation of fees, recognition, affiliation, management, and grant in aid. 1706 Reservations in educational institutions. 1707 Other educational bodies such as coaching institutions. 17P PIL related to the subject category. दोस्तों, जो सुप्रीम कोर्ट में प्रैक्टिस कर रहे मेरे दोस्त हैं, सबको मेरा आह्वान है कि हर 3 महीने में ये वीडियो एक बार देखिए या एक बार सुनिए। आप वॉक करते करते सुन सकते हैं, ड्राइविंग करते करते सुन सकते हैं। हर 3 महीने में एक बार इसको एक रिवाइज करते हैं ना, तो इतनी कैटेगरी सुप्रीम कोर्ट में कवर होती है, ये समझ में आएगा। और कौन सी कैटेगरी के मैटर आपके पास अभी तक नहीं है, तो उसको आप फोकस कर सकते हैं, एंड यू कैन इंक्रीज द योर एफिशिएंसी कैपेसिटी to serve the people of India in very drastic and very increasing ways. So now next category, 18, election and delimitation laws. In this main category, subcategories are 7. 1801 election of president and vice president of India. 1802 Representation of People's Act 1951, elections of MPs, MLAs, and MLCs. 1803 disqualification under the RP Act, that is Representation of People's Act 1951, and 10th schedule of the Constitution of India. 1804 elections to the Gram Panchayats, Jilla Parishads, municipal corporations, and other local bodies, cooperative societies, universities, including disqualification and reservation of seats. 1805 elections in sports bodies, organizations, etc. 1806 delimitation of constituencies and other dispute relating to election not covered by the above. And 18P is related to PIL, public interest litigation, relating to this subject category. Then main category number 19, energy laws, electricity, petroleum, oil, and natural gases. Under this main category, three subcategories are there. 1901, energy laws, electricity, petroleum, oil, and natural gas. 1902, dealership and distribution of petroleum product. 19P, PIL related to the this subject category. Then main category 20, environmental laws. In this main category, subcategories are three. 2001, Environment Protection Act 1986, Indian Forest Act 1927, Wildlife Protection Act 1972, Biological Diversity Act 2002, Coastal Regulation Zone CRZ, Pollution Laws, Prevention of Cruelty to Animal, all other acts, rules, regulations dealing with environment, ecology, conservation, including environmental clearances. 2002 appeal under section 22 of the National Green Tribunal 2010. 20P is related to PIL of the subject matters. Then main category 21, family laws. Under these subcategories are 7. 2101, marriage, divorce, restitution of conjugal rights, judicial separation, alimony, maintenance, petitions arising out of section 25 of the Code of Criminal Procedure 1973. Now this section is 144 of the Bharatiya Nagrik Suraksha Sanhita 2023, that is called BNSS. Then 2102, custody of children, including guardianship and maintenance. 2103, adoption of children. 2104, matters relating to children, Juvenile Justice Act, pregnancy, IVF, and surrogacy, excluding criminal matters. 2105, succession, inheritance, devolution of properties, gift, partition amongst family members. 2106, Senior Citizen Act 2007, and 21P is related to PIL, related to the subject matters. Don't come for any PIL directly to Supreme Court. First file your PIL या writ petition in High Court, and after High Court order come to Supreme Court. This is a regular routine, practical, it is maintained in Supreme Court. But when there are so many petitioners from different states, then they can come directly to the Supreme Court. When that is public importance issue, what is then bounded labor, like then imprisonment from so many years, some accused are in prison, no bail is there, no trial is there. In such a case, when group is larger, that time you can come to the direct Supreme Court. So Supreme Court is very conservative in nature to take the PIL, to admit the PIL in Supreme Court. तो वो थोड़ा सा संभाल के, नहीं तो है हर कैटेगरी में PIL दिया है तो हर कैटेगरी में PIL सुप्रीम कोर्ट में ही फाइल करो, नहीं. सेम अधिकार जो सुप्रीम कोर्ट को आर्टिकल 32 के अनुसार मिले हैं कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन के, वही अधिकार, उससे ज्यादा अधिकार हाई कोर्ट को अंडर 226 और 227 में मिले थे. 226 में सेम 32 की ही अधिकार हाई कोर्ट को है, और 227 में लीगल राइट इन्फ्रिंजमेंट भी है. लीगल राइट इन्फ्रिंजमेंट में जैसा कि 226 में हम देखते हैं यहाँ पे फंडामेंटल राइट इन्फ्रिंजमेंट होता है तब आ सकते हैं, और 227 में लीगल राइट इन्फ्रिंज होता है तो भी आ सकते हैं. ऐसे बहुत वास्ट जुरिडिक्शन हाई कोर्ट को दिया है, और हाई कोर्ट, भारत के सभी हाई कोर्ट बहुत वाइजली ये जुरिडिक्शन यूज भी करते हैं, वाइजली हियरिंग लेते हैं. मैं देखता हूँ कुछ कुछ हाई कोर्ट का तो ऑर्डर इतने परफेक्ट रहते हैं, तो कभी कभी मैं सुप्रीम कोर्ट में आर्ग्यू करते समय एडमायर भी करता हूँ वो जजमेंट को सुप्रीम कोर्ट के सामने कि भाई दिस जजमेंट इज वेरी वाइजली रिटन, कंटेन एवरीथिंग. या तो ये सब चीजें रहती है दोस्तों। हम एडमायर नहीं करेंगे हमारे जजेस को तो उनको भी प्रेरणा कैसी आएगी? ओके, ठीक है। जहाँ पे गलतियां बताना है वहां पे गलतियां भी बताते हैं, जहाँ पे एडमायर करना है वहां पे एडमायर भी करते हैं। चलो दोस्तों, नेक्स्ट कैटेगरी, मेन कैटेगरी, हिबस कॉर्पस एंड प्रिवेंटिव डिटेंशन. Then in this subcategory, in this main category, three subcategories are there: 2201, habeas corpus and prevention detention writ petitions filed under Article 32 of the Constitution before Supreme Court of India. 2202, SLPs arising of habeas corpus and prevention detention matter before the High Courts. Then 22P is related to PIL of this subject category. Then main category 23, housing and building, municipal laws, housing and building permit, slums rehabilitations, demolitions, encroachment, removal of encroachment, sealing and urban planning. Under this main category, three subcategories are there. 2301, housing and building matters relating to municipal laws, housing and building permits, slum rehabilitation, demolition, encroachment, removal of encroachment, sealing, and urban planning other than RERA, because RERA have already main category. Then 2302, matters relating to the development authorities, and 23P, PIL related to this subject category. Then main category 24, that is very important category, are indirect taxations. Under this category, 11 subcategories are there. 2401, Customs Act, Custom Tariff Act, Export, Import, Anti-Dumping Duty. If this export import is new for anybody, just watch. So my videos are there. I myself is MBA in International Trade with LL.B. So I have taken so many workshops on export import physically before COVID and after COVID, online also. And now I don't have time to take that workshop regularly because all Saturday and Sundays are also booked by public for different lectures. So now I have recorded that videos and kept on my app. My app is Jayprakash Somani Supreme Court app is there. If you want the link of that app, just call to my PS. He will send you the link, and you can observe my legal courses. You can observe my export import courses. You can observe my other things also on app also, and on YouTube you will find so many videos on export and import management. So this is a 1401. Then 1402 says Act, Central Excise Tariff Act. 2403 Central Sales Tax Act. 2404 Value Add Tax VAT State Sales Act. 2405 Service Tax. 2406 Goods and Service Tax. Integrated Goods and Service Tax. State Goods and Service Tax. Duty. Then 2407 entry tax, motor vehicle tax, purchase tax, entertainment tax, terminal tax, octroi, toll, etc., professional tax, Gold Control Act, Hotel Receipt Tax Act, Water and Sewage Tax, Luxury Taxes Acts, etc. Some are abolished also. Old matters are coming to Supreme Court in appeal. That time, old act we have to use for interpreting that particular law in that era. That 1408 petition under indirect tax statutes. Then 2409 matters challenging validity of indirect tax statutes, circulars, orders, notifications, rules. 2410 others. 24P, PIL related to the subject category. Then 25, main category 25, insolvency laws and insolvency and bankruptcy code 2016. Under this main category, two subcategories there. 2501 insolvency laws and insolvency and bankruptcy code 2016. I myself is insolvency professional. I have cleared this examination and I'm acting now as a IRP, RP, then liquidator of foreign companies. Very few assignment I can take because of the workload of the, but I like that also. So 25 related to PI related to the subject category. Then 26 insurance laws regulations. Under this main category, two subcategories are there. 2601 insurance laws regulations and 26P PIL related to the subject category. Then category main 27 intellectual property. Under this main category, three subcategories are there. 2701 copyright, patent, trademark, design, passing off. Then 2702 information technology, data protection. Then 27P PIL related to this subject category. Then main subject category 28 judiciary. 2801 under this main categories, five subcategories are there. 2801 appointment, termination, removal of judicial officers and their any service conditions. 2802 appointment, termination of chairman, vice chairman, members of statutory tribunals other than covered under category 40. 2803 employees of Supreme Court, High Courts, District Courts and other tribunals. 2804 other than matters covered by categories 2801 to 2803. Then 28P is related to PIL of this subject category. Then main subject category is 29 labor and industrial laws. Under this main category, six subcategories are there. You will find a new labor codes are there. Different programs on new labor code already on YouTube. You can watch for different codes. All labor laws now are converted into 4 codes. So everything is covered in 4 codes. That is passed by the parliament, but not yet notified. When they will notify, then they will be applicable to whole India, including Jammu and Kashmir. Then this 29 category, which is related to and industrial laws, in under this category, 6 subcategories are there. 2901 appointment, retrenchment, termination, dismissal, removal, disciplinary proceedings against labor or workmen. Then 2902 payment of wages, bonus, provident fund, gratuity, service benefits, benefit under ESIC Act 1948, compensation under Workmen's Compensation Act 1923, now Employees Compensation Act 1923, and payment of overtime wages and minimum wages. 2903 contract labor, that is engagement, regularization, abolition of contract labor. Then 2904 labor welfare legislation, for example, Factories Act, Trade Union and other labor matters. 2905 bonded labor and child labor. 29P PIL related to this subject category. Then category 30, land acquisition and requisition. Under this main category, 3 subcategories are there. 3001, a challenge to land acquisition, lapsing of acquisition, de-reservations, requisition and de-requisition of property and others. 3002, compensation for land acquisition, and 30P PIL related to the main subject category, this subject category. Then main subject category 31, land, agricultural tenancy and land revenue. Under this main category, 4 subcategories are there. 3101, abolition of zamindar, jagirs, imams, estates. Then land reform legislations, agricultural tenancy, including prohibition of transfer of land belonging to the SC and ST. Then 1302, revenue laws of states, including preemption, collection of land revenue, mutation, correction, and land record, etc. 1303 land ceiling laws, including Urban Land Ceiling Act, Repeal Act, and state land ceiling laws and consolidation laws. And then third one, P is PIL related to this subject category. Then next main category is 32, lotteries, betting, gambling. Under this category, two subcategories are there. 3201, lotteries, betting, gambling. 32P is PIL related to this subject category. Then main category 33, mines, minerals, mining leases. Under this main category, four subcategories are there. 3301, grant, renewal, and or cancellation of reconnaissance, remits, prospecting license, and or mining leases, payment of royalty under the central or state statute. 3302, minor minerals, state laws and minor minerals concessional rules. Then 1303, others not but not included, environmental clearances. 33P, PIL related to this subject category. Then 34 main category, motor vehicle laws, permits, license, and others. Under this main category, two subcategories are there. 3401, motor vehicle laws, permit, license, and others other than accident compensation, because accident compensation covered in earlier category. And 34P, PIL related to subject category. Then 35 main category, original suits in Supreme Court, dispute interstate water disputes. So under Article 131, Supreme Court have original jurisdiction. So that category is here. Under this category, two subcategories are there. 3501, original suits in Supreme Court, interstate water disputes. Then 35P, PIL related to this subject category. Then main category 36, Persons with Disability Act 2016 and Mental Health Care Act 2017. I want to give the very sincere thanks and greetings to Justice D.Y. Chandrachud. Now he is ex-Chief Justice of India, but he has tried very well to give the justice to people of disability. So, and they strengthen this act, so they strengthen this system. They have developed this system of Supreme Court in such a way that disabled person who is advocate, they can easily practice in Supreme Court. Blind person also can easily practice in Supreme Court. And they have done so many, they have delivered so many good judgments which are giving the boost to general disabled persons, special affected, special ability persons also, we can say that. So under this two categories are there. 1601, Right of Disability Act 2016, Mental Health Care Act 2000, CIL related to the subject category. Then main category 37, property tax. There are two subcategories, 3701, property tax, and 37P, PIL related to the subject category. Then main category 38, public trust, religious endowment, waqf, etc. Under these three subcategories are there. 3801, management, administration of temples, waqf, and other religious institutions, including appointment, removal of trustees, executive officers, members of work board, etc. Then 3802, other public trust and charitable endowments, and 28P, PIL related to this subject category. This category main category 39 is reserved for only for President of India. Under this category, references under Article 143 of the Constitution of India. And Article 143 says this is a referral jurisdiction of Supreme Court. President of India can take consultation of Supreme Court, can advise Supreme Court whenever President thinks fit. But the advice given by Supreme Court is not binding on the President whether to follow that advice or not. That they have that discretion power. Then next category is category 40, reference under Article 317, one for removal of the chairperson, member of tribunal, commission, authority under any central law where inquiry has to be conducted by the Supreme Court. Then category 41, Rent Control and Public Premises Eviction Act. Under this category, three subcategories are there. 4101, State Rent Control Act, Rent Disputes and Eviction. Then 4102, Public Premises Eviction Act. 41P, PIL related to the subject category. Then Article 42, SEBI Act and Securities Laws, including Forward Contracts Regulations Act 1952 and Securities Contracts Regulations Act 1956. Under this category, two subcategories are there. 4201, SEBI Act and Securities Laws, including Forward Contract Regulation Act 1952 and Securities Contract Regulation Act 1956. Then 42P is related to PIL of this subject category. Then category 43, Service Laws. This category have 9 subcategories. 4301, appointment, compassionate appointment, temporary appointment, that is called ad hoc appointment, recruitment, probation and confirmation, suspension, reduction in rank, termination, dismissal, removal, retirement, disciplinary proceeding against employees. Then 4302, promotion, seniority, payment of salary, bonus, provident fund, service benefit, equal pay for equal work, pay scales, transfers, etc. 4303, regularization, contract employees, ad hoc employees, daily wages employees, etc. 4304, retrial benefits, pensions, retire benefits and pensions. 4305, reservation in employment and other affirmative action. 4306, matter involving disputed caste certificate. 4307, matters relating to appointment of law officers, public prosecutors, government pleader, etc. 4308, matters relating to members, staff of statutory commissions, except for subject category 40. 43P, PIL related to this subject category. Then main subject category 44, state excise, trading in liquor, privileges, licenses, distilleries, beverages. Then in this main category, two subcategories are there. 4401, state excise, trading in liquor, privileges, licenses, distilleries, breweries. And 44P, PIL related to this subject category. Then main category is 45, telegraph and telecom laws. Under this main category, two subcategories are there. 4501, telegraph and telecom laws. 45P, PIL related to this subject category. Then main category is 46, tenders, licenses and leases. Under this category, three subcategories are covered. 4601, tenders, licenses, lease, invited by union territories, central public sector undertakings, including cancellation, award of tender, etc. Then 4602, tenders, licenses, lease invited by the state governments, local bodies, state public sector undertakings, including cancellation, award of tenders. Then 46P, PIL related to the subject category. Then 47, second last main category, transfer petitions. Under this category, 5 categories are there, subcategories. 4701, transfer petitions under Article 139A(1) of the Constitution. And 47.2, transfer petition under Article 139A(2) of the Constitution. 4703, civil transfer petitions under Section 25 of CPC. 4704, criminal transfer petition under Section 4406 Criminal Procedure Code. Now this is a Section 446 of the Bharatiya Nagrik Suraksha Sanhita 2023. I have prepared so many different videos also for your rememorization process of BNS, BNSS, Constitution, then CPC, Civil Procedure Code. I have already uploaded that video on YouTube, so that you can once in a 6 months you can, and again, so that you can familiar with that particular section with its content. And then last category, 48, that is others. In this 7 subcategories are there. 4801, matter arising under RTI Act, Right to Information Act. Then 4802, matter arising under MSME Act. Then 4803, matters related to citizenship, foreigners. Then 4804, petitions arising out of suit valuations, registrations, Stamp Act, Court Fees Act, etc. Then 4805, matters not falling under any other categories. Then 4806, challenge to constitutional amendments. And 48P, other PIL matters. I hope you like my endeavor. And if you go to on Supreme Court website or in Supreme Court notices also, you can file this circular, you can file this PDF file also there, which I have already read for you. You will find that, and take that printout or take that in on your laptop or on some other gadget, and then read this, watch this video again by observing that particular PDF file. Okay. Thank you. Thank you very much. Have a nice day. Jai Hind. Vande Mataram. Namaskar.